I think you will.
Yeah.
If you like today.
I mean, some folks are going to say I'm ready for cooler weather.
That's fair.
Totally understand, but that doesn't come around in October.
Or, yeah, maybe
usually.
November. We've got a while. There are some signs by the third week of October we'll have a little cool down, but in the meantime, it's just warm, sunny, and dry. Now, I want to talk about the tropics, Teresa. There's a lot going on there. So you see kind of a mess of things. We have Joyce, which is now a tropical depression. That's not going to impact anybody in the United States, or really anybody. It's just a fish storm. You have Tropical Storm Isaac in the northern Atlantic. You have Tropical Depression number 12, which will eventually become Kirk here in the eastern Atlantic. You have a 50% chance of another area of thunderstorms becoming a named storm. And then this one, well, we're going to keep a very close eye on. Obviously, Helene, just an absolutely devastating hurricane, and not just for the areas that made landfall. All up and down the Gulf Coast of Florida, Georgia, North Carolina, parts of South Carolina, Tennessee. Devastating. The last thing we need to see is another storm forming in the same area, moving into the same area in the Gulf of Mexico. So there's some good news tonight. You know, I'm looking at data, and I will say no model, no bit of data show anything overly intense. Nothing like Helene. Maybe a tropical storm. That's possible. However, the conditions aren't as good as they were with Helene, and we're going to watch this. This is the favorite area this time of the year to see tropical development. So we've highlighted for you the areas most likely and a little bit less likely to see tropical formation this time of the year. So in October, the Western Caribbean into the eastern Gulf of Mexico is kind of the hot spot. Also, just off the coast of the southeast of the U.S., up through the mid-Atlantic, that's where we start to see more and more the chances improve, I should say, of tropical formation. For the western Gulf of Mexico, and of course that would be for us in the Texas area, it's not as likely. In fact, on record, only 6 storms have ever made landfall in Texas during October. We're going to watch what happens in the Western Caribbean. Again, that's expected to happen later this week. So sometime Thursday or Friday, that's when we'll see if we have our next named storm, which would be Tropical Storm Leslie after Kirk forms in the eastern Atlantic. In the meantime, it's quiet. Next 7 days, it's quiet. This is your rainfall total in North Texas through next weekend. It's 0. Temperature-wise, it doesn't budge. This has to be what meteorologists in San Diego feel like. Not necessarily the warmth, but the consistency. The older I get, it sounds nice. 89 to 91. That's it. Over the next 7 days. That's all I got for you. Tonight, 64. Dry, cool, light winds, clear skies tomorrow, 90. So we start off cool, we finish warm. Guess what the next 7 will do? Same thing. Starts off cool. Every morning, we'll be in the 60s. That's a nice thing, right? Dry air, pleasant mornings, warm afternoons, sunshine. The next 7, same thing. Sunshine, no rain chances over the next 2 weeks. A couple of fronts here or there will knock us down into the middle 80s. But overall, that is a really consistent forecast. It's a very dry forecast, which is bad news because lots of North Texas in moderate to severe drought. And this is starting to become some of our rainier, climatologically speaking, our rainier season. So we could use some rain.
We could. So I guess that's the one thing we don't like about the forecast, but we do like the fact that, temperatures look kind of nice.
Yeah, very predictable over the next 2 weeks.
All right, Jesse, thank you.